Wow, awesome Dungeoneering update. This is being called by most people Dungeoneering Pack 1.5 because 1.2 is the next Dungeoneering Pack, which they've talked about a little bit. It's going to have a lot of awesome new floors, higher levels, stuff like that. I'm really excited to see that come out, but Dungeoneering Pack 1.5, they did an awesome job on that. Now, also with this update, they came out with the hidden resource dungeons, and I'm going to have a lot of information in my description bar. If you have any questions about that, just check that out because there's a lot of stuff for that. I'm going to have the experience that you get for Dungeoneering for finding those hidden resource dungeons. If you'd like to check that out, I'm also going to have the locations of every single one of them in my description, so check that shit out if you want to get some free Dungeoneering experience along with the Dungeoneering levels you will actually have to find these hidden resource dungeons. Now, let's get into this actual Dungeoneering Pack 1.5. Now, what they did was put construction hotspots into the smuggler room. Now, thank you, Zoc, for actually telling me where these actually, you can actually build these. Now, you're going to have to give up a gatestone portal, but it won't actually give up the gatestone teleport. Now, this is the group gatestone that I'm talking about, and I'll get into that later. But these construction hotspots, all you have to do is right-click on the gatestone or the group gatestone teleport in the smuggler room and decide to change that into an altar, a group gatestone teleport. You can change it back to a group gatestone teleport, which, you know, really won't affect that much if you change it from the gatestone teleport portal, because it only takes 3 laws and 68 magic to actually use the gatestone group teleport, which was pretty awesome. It'll give you options if you want to make a farming patch, which will be great for boss fights if you want to plant lycopus or any kind of herbs that you need. You can make a prayer altar, you can make a range for cooking, and you can make a skill cape stand for showing off your Dungeoneering skill cape. Now, with the prayer altar, it will actually interact with all the other altars, just like any altar that you find in the Dungeoneering map that was already set up for you. It'll interact. Say if you have 200 points left on one altar, it'll be 200 points left on the altar in the smuggler's room. So really cool. This will greatly affect Dungeoneering, make it much easier, and just awesome. Now, the group gatestones, I pretty much told y'all the whole thing just a few seconds ago, of course, but it takes 3 laws, 68 magic to actually gatestone to the group gatestone, and only the leader can actually be in possession of the group gatestone. So if you're a leader of the Dungeoneering team that you're running, just make sure to drop that in statue rooms or any kind of room that you see fit that the whole team needs to be in. Now, they also updated the class rings. I'll have a lot of information about those in my description bar also if you want to check that out. But they made melee rings, range rings, magic rings, and skiller rings. Now, with the skiller rings, you'll be able to gather more resources, heal others higher than you actually would before, which is pretty cool. If you have one of these people at the boss and, if they're just running around and healing people, that'd be the best way to do boss fights. With the melee rings, they gave you options to actually hit higher, hit massive, you fucking, just straight rape some monsters, So that's pretty cool. Range and magic, pretty much the same thing, only there's, slight bonuses for each. With the magic one, you can actually entangle people that you're fighting, so that might help out the group a lot. And, yeah, with the ranger, yeah, it does random shit that helps out with ranging. So, yeah. They have also added new titles to the 32 titles that they had before. They added 18 brand new titles. Now, there's a lot of titles, and these are the titles that show up on that little screen at the end of your dungeon. So, just keep an eye out for those. There's some really odd ones. I've actually heard about people dying from a chisel, so you get a title for that. So, these 18 new titles should be really cool, and I'm really excited to see those 18 titles. Dungeoneering Instances. Now, this is actually, if you go outside of a dungeon, it'll save where you are in that dungeon. It won't, put you outside in that little bastard room. Fucking hate that shit. and then it'll teleport you into your smuggler room after you dismiss your familiar. So now you can actually keep your familiar. Your shit will still be dropped on the floor, of course, but you can keep your familiar. You know, it'll place you directly back where you left the dungeon at. So if you lag out or if you want to take a little break, this is a great update for that. Now, the dungeon size has actually changed now, and there's a new way of gaining the fastest experience, which I'll also tell y'all about if you're understanding in the dungeoneering skill. Now, with solos, you can actually do small rooms or medium rooms now, which is pretty cool. And with soloing also, the Dungeoneering Instances, which I hit on a few seconds ago, will actually help you out a lot. So, you know, awesome update for people who like to solo dungeoneering. Even though it's not the best experience, it's still a good way if you're having trouble finding a team, and also if you're having trouble finding a team, World 117 would be the best place to go. So, now, let me also tell you a little bit of stuff about this dungeoneering sizes. The new best way to train, or to actually set up the dungeon, in my opinion, would be a 3-2. So you have 3 people for a 2-man dungeon. And you want to do larges for that, 30 to 35. Now, if you actually understand that, great. If you don't, I don't want a whole shit ton of questions asking about it. You know, just look up a Dungeoneering guide or something, and you'll be able to figure out what the fuck I'm talking about, hopefully. So, a 3-2, 30 through 35 large dungeon would be the best way to go. Now, prayer improvements. Now, this is going to be an awesome way. It's also going to make Dragon Bones plummet a bit, so those green dragons might not be the best. My squeaky ass chair, I swear to God. But green dragons might not be the best way to actually go about making money nowadays. So what this does is you can use any of the bones that you get from Dungeoneering and use them on a Dungeoneering altar, and it'll give you 4 times the experience that you would regularly get from just burying the bones, which is pretty awesome. And Jagex, I just want to say this is an awesome update, and I really hope that everybody watching this video, like, I hope this helped y'all, and I hope y'all have a great time, you know, in the dungeons of Daemonheim, and, you know, living it up in these dungeons, you know, having fun. Also, I hope this provides, you know, a better way of actually dungeoneering. They didn't really fuck anybody over with this update, which was pretty cool too. They just helped out dungeoneers, you know, made it easier. So if you waited a little bit of time to actually get your dungeoneering stat up, you know, kudos to you. But just make sure to check out the description bar. That's going to have the class rings information, and it's also going to have the hidden resource dungeon information if you'd like to check that out. If you want to get some free dungeoneering experience and get some awesome places to actually do stuff, you know, you got mining rocks, you got magic trees in some areas. So after you unlock those hidden resource dungeons, you know, just travel around in there, and you'll be able to find out what that resource dungeon actually holds. So if this video actually helped you out at all, make sure to like this video. That'd be greatly appreciated. If it helped you out extremely and you would like for more people to see, make sure to favorite this video. You know, definitely leave those comments on what y'all think. Also, I'm going to have, like, or I'm going to try to have this thing halfway through the week, or halfway through the, you know, update week. I'll be going into either random Skype calls or asking people in my Ventrilo what they think about the updates, and I'll be making a video about that, having their voice and their opinions on this, on a video, talking to me, and I'll kind of be interviewing them. I just thought that would be really cool to do. So that's pretty much all for the, you know, huge updates. But in the other news, they updated the Waypoint Markers, which now are called Your Marker, to not be confused by the Quest Points marker. Also, now you can right-click and remove your marker if you would like, by viewing your world map. But thank you, I'm Whatsupwithrs, Ability 44, and I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope it, you know, gave y'all the information that you were looking for. And if you missed anything, just rewatch the video, you know, no shame in that. So, thanks for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed.